I am Rahul Chandegra from Degree Electrical Engineering Department, Dr. Subhas Technical Campus. In previous two lectures, we studied the sample theorem and quantization. How we can convert continuous time signal into a discrete time signal and transfer through the channel by using Nyquist-Red sampling theorem, quantization and encoding. We can do that. Now in this video lecture we will study some example of this topic. So here given two signal. The first one is x1 of t equal to cos 25 t and x2 of t equal to cos 100 pi t are sampled with sampling frequency 40 Hz. Obtain the associate discrete time signal x1 of n and x2 of n and comment. So here the given signal is x1 of t is the cos 20 pi t. This signal we will compare with the standard equation. The standard equation is x1 of t equal to cos 2 pi f1 t. So here 2 pi f1 equal to, by comparison this equation and this equation, so we will find x1t cos pi cancel, t cancel, 2 f1 equal to 20. So we will get f1 as 10 Hz by comparing standard equation and the given equation. So we will get f1 equal to 10 Hz. Now discrete signal x1 of n is obtaining by replacing t in equation by n by fs. So fs is our sampling frequency, that is given as 40 Hz. So now x1 of n equal to cos 2 pi f1 n upon fs. So we know that we have f1 equal to 10 Hz, we already find just before, and fs is given as 40. So we will put in this equation the value of f1 equal to 10 and fs equal to 40. So x1 of n equal to cos 2 pi 10n by 40. So 0 0 will be cancelled. So it become x1 of n equal to cos 2 pi 1 by 4 n. By multiplying or division by 2, we will get finally x1 of n equal to cos pi by 2 n. So that is our first discrete signal, that is cos pi by 2 by n. From we will get from the cos 20 pi t, it is our continuous time signal, and x1 of n is our discrete time signal, that is x1 of n cos pi by 2 multiply with the n. Now the second signal is given as x2 of t cos 100 pi t. From that we again find f2. So given signal is x2 of t cos 100 pi t, and the compare with a standard signal x2 of t cos 2 pi f2 t. So 100 will be written as 2 pi multiplied by 50. So we will get f2 value. So after comparison, 2 pi f2 equal to 100 pi. So pi cancel. 100 divided by 2, it means 50 hertz. So here we get f2 equal to a 50 hertz. Now discrete time signal x2 of n is denoted or obtained by putting t equal to n by fs. So now x2 of n equal to cos 2 pi 50 n by 40. So here 0 0 will be cancelled. Finally we will get x2 of n equal to cos 2 pi 5 by 4 n. Now pi by 4, it means 1 plus 1 by 4. If we take LCM, so here 4 multiplied by 1 equal to 4 plus 1. So it is pi by 4. So we will write 5 by 4 as a 1 plus 1 by 4. So that is x2 of n equal to cos 2 pi 1 plus 1 by 4 n. Now 2 pi will be multiplied inside. So cos 2 pi n, and also the n will be multiplied. So after opening the bracket, it is cos 2 pi n plus 2 pi multiplied by 1 by 4n. So that is, now we have cos 2 pi n plus theta, that is a cos theta. So that equation become x2 of n equal to cos 2 pi 1 by 4 n. So 1 by 4 n 2 pi, so here 2 will be cancelled from numerator, and denominator it will be 2. So finally x2 of n equal to cos pi by 2 n. So here we can see that, so x1 of n equal to cos pi by 2 multiplied by n, and x2 of n cos pi by 2 multiplied by n. So in both the case we get the same answer, but the comment is required. What is the difference? Because our sampling frequency is 40 Hz. In f1 is 10 Hz, but f2 is 50 Hz. So given sampling frequency fs equal to 40 Hz, thus the frequency contained in signal should be less than or equal to fs by 2. That means less than or equal to 20 Hz, but this is not the case in this example. So aliasing take place. Here both the sequence x1 of n and x2 of n are equal due to aliasing effect. So that is our comment on this example. The next example is based on Nyquist rate. So here given analog signal. So x1 xa of t equal to 3 cos 55 pi t plus 10 sin 300 pi t minus cos 100 pi and t. Calculate Nyquist rate. So this type of example asked in MCQ based also, but the example is little short, not this type of large example, only the one will be there for the MCQ. So given equation can be written as xa of t equal to, in the form of our standard signal 2 pi ft. So all we have to convert in the form of 2 pi. So original signal 50 pi t we will write 2 pi multiplied by 25 t. 300 will be written as 2 pi multiply 150 t, and 100 pi t will be written as 2 pi 50 t. So now xa of t become 3 cos 2 pi multiplied by 25t plus 10 cos 22 pi multiply with the 150t minus cos 2 pi multiply with the 50t. So we will compare with our standard definition. So it is x a of t equal to 3 cos 2 pi f1t 10 cos 2 pi f2t minus cos 2 pi f3t. So comparison between first and two equation. So we will get f1 f2 and f3, that is f1 equal to 25 hertz, f2 equal to 150 hertz and f3 equal to 50 hertz. In that the maximum frequency is 150 hertz. So Nyquist rate must be 2 multiply with the maximum frequency. So now Nyquist rate equal to 2 multiply with the frequency of maximum. So that is 2 multiply with the 150 hertz and finally we will get Nyquist rate equal to 300 hertz. The next example, determine bit rate and resolution in sampling of a signal with dynamic range of 1 volt if the sampling rate is 20 sample per second and an 8-bit ADC is used, analog to digital converter is used. What is the maximum frequency that can be present in the discrete signal? So here 8-bit ADC is used. Now bit rate equal to sample per second multiply with the bits per sample. So sample cancel and we will get bits per second, that is our bit rate. So here already given a 20 sample per second and bits per sample it is 8 bit. All the things is given, so sampling frequency equal to or bit rate equal to sample per second multiplied by bits per sample. In that sampling frequency is given as 20 sample per second. So bit rate equal to 20 multiplied by 8, that is our bit rate, it is 160 bits per second. So it transfer 160 bits in a single second, cause each and every sample is 8 bit and in a 1 second they are transferring 20 sample. So bit rate is 20 multiplied by 8, that is 160 bits per second. Now resolution is given by delta equal to x max minus x minimum divided by L minus 1. So L is the number of level in the quantization process which is related to number of bits per level. So already we studied that portion in our theory lecture. So B greater than or equal to log 2 by L. Here B is given, that is 8 bits per level. So since 8 bit ADC is used, so now for example we will not consider greater than or equal to, just directly consider equal. So B equal to log 2 L, so that is L equal to 2 raised to B and B is 8, so there is L equal to 256. And in this equation x max minus x minimum, that is given as in question dynamic range of 1 volt. That means 1 x max minus x minimum, that is our is equal to 1 volt. So now x max minus minimum equal to dynamic range, that is 1 volt as given in the question. So delta equal to resolution equal to 1 upon 256 minus 1, that is delta equal to 3.92 multiply with the 10 raised to minus 3. The maximum range of frequencies that can be represented by discrete time signal is from minus fs by 2 to plus fs by 2. So highest frequency is 20, so that is f max equal to fs by 2, that is 20 by 2, and f max equal to 10 sample per second. So what is the maximum frequency that can be present in the discrete time signal? That is 10 sample per second. Last example of this portion, a digital communication link carries a binary coded words representing a sample of input signal, that is x of t equal to 3 cos 600 pi t plus 2 cos 1800 pi t. The link is operated at 10,000 beats per second, that is a bit rate, and each input sample is quantized into 1024 different voltage level, that is our L. What is the sampling frequency and folding frequency, that is aliasing frequency? Sampling frequency fs and aliasing or folding frequency in hertz, that the first question. Second question, what is Nyquist rate of sampling for x of t in hertz? And the last question, what is the resolution of quantization? So in here the given our continuous time signal xt beats per second and quantization different voltage level, that is L. We have to find sampling frequency, aliasing or folding frequency, Nyquist rate and resolution. So for the first, finding sampling frequency and folding frequency. So x of t is given as 3 cos 600 pi t plus 2 cos 1800 pi t. So we will compare with the 2 pi f1 and 2 pi f2. So 2 pi f1 equal to 600 pi and 2 pi f2 equal to 1800 pi. So pi cancel. So 2 multiply f1, that 2 will be put right side of the equal, that will be goes to denominator, that equal to f1 equal to 300 hertz. Likewise here pi cancel and 2f2 equal to 1800, so f2 equal to 900 hertz. So we get f1 equal to 300 hertz and f2 equal to 900 hertz. So maximum frequency f max equal to, from 300 and 900 we directly consider the maximum frequency f max equal to 900 hertz. Now sampling frequency is 2 multiply with the maximum frequency, that is 2 multiply by 900 Hz equal to, so fs we will get sampling frequency equal to 1800 Hz, 1800 Hz. Now time to calculating aliasing frequency or folding frequency. So here a given level of quantization, that is L, is given as 1024. We have number of bits per sample, that is B. So B equal to log 2 L. So we will put L equal to 1024 in this equation. So B equal to log 2 10 raised to 24. So we consider log 2 will be in base of 10, so that is log 10 of 10024 like log 10 of 2. So we convert the log base 2 in the form of base 10. So 1024 equal to, or directly we can not, this will be consider, we will write log 2 base 2 raised to 10. So 2 raised to 10 it means 1024, and 10 will become front. So log 2 base 2, log 2 base 2 equal to 1. So 10 multiplied by 1 equal to 1. So we will not follow this portion, we will follow log 2 base 2 raised to 10. So log 2 base 2 equal to 1, and 10 will be in the front of log. So we get B equal to 10 bits. Now bitrate equal to, we already seen this equation in previous example, sample per second multiply bits per sample. So sample per second we have to find, we have bitrate and bits per sample. So bitrate is 10,000 bits per second as is given in the question, and we know the bit per sample, that is B. So sample per second equal to 10,000 divided by 10, that is 1000 Hz. It is sample per second. Now aliasing start after fs by 2, which is called as folding frequency. So folding frequency equal to sample per second divided by 2, that is 1000 by 2, and we will get folding frequency equal to fs by 2 equal to 500 Hz. Now the second question, what is the Nyquist rate of sampling for x of t in Hz? So Nyquist rate equal to 2 multiply by maximum frequency. So Nyquist rate equal to 2 multiply by maximum frequency, and maximum frequency is 900 Hz. So Nyquist rate equal to 1800 Hz. Now the third question is, what is the resolution of quantization? So we already know the resolution equal to delta x max minus x minimum upon L minus 1. So here xa of t is given 3 cos 600 pi t plus 2 cos 1800 pi t, and resolution is given by delta equal to x max minus x minimum divided by L minus 1. So here x max will occur when cosine term in equation 1 is maximum, that means equal to 1. So all the cost term will be put as 1. So 3 multiplied by 1 plus 2 multiplied by 1, that is x max equal to of 5, and x minimum we will put cosine term equal to -1, that is 3 multiply with -1, 2 multiply with the -1. So x minimum equal to -5 and x maximum equal to +5. And in this equation we have L equal to 102 for level. So we will put delta equal to x max minus x minimum divided by L minus 1. So x max equal to 5 minus x minimum, that is -5, divided by 1024 minus 1, that is 10 divided by 1023. So we will get resolution equal to 9.775 multiply with the 10 raised to -3. So this type of example we should know and practice more from the previous question papers. Thank you.